Today we're going to explore one of my favorite HST solutions, HST Clarity. Clarity can help your practice or facility improve pre-service payments, reduce denials, save time, and improve patient satisfaction. Let's take a closer look together. Our first stop will be the cases grid. This will serve as a queue or work list of sorts where you can see upcoming cases, their eligibility results, the amount due from the patient, and many other details. Each estimate is generated automatically by applying the patient's benefit details to their payer's allowable fee or fees based on scheduled procedures. The whole process from checking benefits to calculating an estimate is all done by the system, and you can even configure it to send some or all of your estimates automatically, saving valuable time for your office staff. There are numerous ways to filter this grid. The Advanced Options accordion allows you to focus only on certain cases based on lifecycle status, completion status, verification status, estimate hold status, and payment status. By default, these three will be set to all, and life cycle status and completion status will be pending or performed and open, respectively. It's also possible to filter on targeted columns within the grid itself, such as date of service or primary payer, or to search in all fields within the grid, search in the upper right-hand corner here. Depending on your role in your preferred workflow, you may wish to show or hide certain columns. The Toggle Columns feature will allow you to customize what shows and what does not. For cases with an active eligibility result, the word active will display in green, along with the date the eligibility was last confirmed. For a quick look at the result, simply click on the status and the details will be displayed. Next to the active eligibility status on some cases, you may see a letter or two. Each of the three possible letters indicates there's something of note about the case. And A indicates that there's another or additional payer that may not have been captured, but was discovered by the eligibility check. Crucial catches like this can help reduce denials when caught ahead of time with clarity. A D indicates there's a demographic conflict of some sort. Clicking the D will result in a pop-up detailing the differences between the system details and the payer details so that you can make updates to this information in the system of record if necessary. This is another way Clarity can help when it comes to identifying potential denials before the patient ever walks through your door. A P indicates that progressive estimation has been applied. Progressive estimation will look for other cases within a specified number of days before the case in question. 21 days is the default. If there's a case within that window, progressive estimation will factor that case's impact and on deductible and out-of-pocket max values for the case in question so that you can avoid overestimation of the patient's responsibility. For a detailed picture of how the estimate has been calculated and to see other benefit details, click on the case description. This brings you to the estimator screen. From this screen, you can see not only the details, but edit them or dig deeper to get a full picture. For this patient, I can see that an edit has been made by another user. This is indicated by the red font seen here. Hovering here will tell you which of your colleagues made the edit and when. Let's explore the estimator further. Situated near the patient case details, you may find some alerts. These alerts can be customized so that those that are irrelevant to your organization don't show, and those that are most relevant are prominently visible. Clicking on the alert will flag it as acknowledged and change its font color from red to black. When the next visitor comes into this screen, they will see who acknowledged it and when. In that same region of the screen, you have the ability to navigate to the patient's details, the case's details, the eligibility history, and prior authorization and referral details. We can also print the estimate or see the patient's view of the estimate. We can also enter any known co-provider estimate. If your organization is the convening provider, you can enter the other co-providers' estimates here. This will add them to the co-provider section of your estimate, keeping those amounts separate from what the patient will owe your organization. Let's enter some values so you can visualize it better. This list of co-providers is customizable so that you can limit it to only those relevant parties, and you can also customize exactly how each is phrased. Now you can see the sum of the co-provider amounts we just entered displayed here on the estimator. Here's how this all looks on the estimate as the patient will see it. Notice that the co-provider amounts are included, but not visually conflated with the portion that the patient will owe to your facility or practice. This clear, concise accounting of the estimated out-of-pocket provides transparency and drives patient satisfaction by managing their expectations. Some other informative tools available on the estimator include the calculation plan, where you can get a breakdown of how Clarity has done the math to arrive at the patient's estimated total due. And there's also a history of estimate sends, prints, and views, and the total due when sent, printed, or viewed. At the organization level, a couple of other tools stand out as helpful ways to get the detail above and beyond just a single estimate. The allowable lookup tool gives you the chance to compare and contrast allowables across your procedures and/or payers. For example, you can see how your top 5 payers compare on your most commonly performed procedures. I have chosen only 5 here, but that is not the limit. You can always choose to compare more. Top 5 contracts. Or you could look at your top procedure across all of your contracts, for example. Like many grids and reports throughout Clarity, these results can be exported directly to Excel. Speaking of reports, let's take a look at a couple of popular ones. The case analysis provides loads of case level details as well as totals for the selected date range. If you have a question about a specific case or patient, you can click once to access the record. Another popular report is the Engagement Success Summary. The Engagement Success Summary allows you to see how many of your cases had a positive, valid estimate, and how many of those patients were notified, then how many were notified via phone, email, or text. Down below, you can see a breakdown of which type of engagement resulted in how many payments and how many dollars. I hope you've enjoyed this walkthrough of HST Clarity. Thanks so much for watching.